Hello to all my knights and queens of the world. You already know who it is. It's Mr. Royal Diamond, aka Mr. coming back at you with another one phenomenal video. So my topic today is going to be about have fun with your family. And that's what I wrote down, I think was yesterday or something like that, that I came across, because I was basically, what I mean by have fun with your family, it's like make sure you take the time to develop like that unity and harmony in your family. You get what I'm saying? That you know each other, you can tell the difference between one another when you're feeling happy or sad, or when you're feeling, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I know there's like certain individuals are very creative. So sometimes if you're having a hard time with your child of them being transparent or open, you can find creative ways to have fun with them. So you can kind of begin to establish that environment of them being transparent and open and really loving themselves for who they are, embracing the different aspects of who they are. Kind of unifying your family. So that way, every time you come home, you could be yourself. You don't always have to feel like you have to hide something, or feel like not be yourself, or feel like you just can't be transparent. I feel like there's so many American families, no matter what race you are, they're so busy and trying to make a living that they forget to live their life. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you're trying to do all that you can, but then sometimes you might neglect such an important aspect of your life, and that's your family. So what I mean by have fun with your family, it's like make time to to be around, to have experience with them. Make sure that you're taking time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying give up important things in order for that. It's just taking inventory of your priorities and time, and making sure you put those things on your calendar, on your phone, that at this specific time, these certain days, this time is just for your family, like only. You know what I'm saying? So away from the electronics, away from the chaos, away from whatever, but a time that is like sacred, that you develop that moment in time for you guys to come together and really express how you feel, how your day is going, and really talk to each other. Because it's just we're living in a fast-paced world now, and everybody's kind of like running everywhere, that they forget to make those times. Sometimes like even you could be at home at the dinner table with your family, but it's like everybody's in their own mind, in their own world, on their own telephones or whatever, and it's like you're not communicating. You get what I'm saying? And then the longer you prolong this, the harder it will be to establish a healthy family unity. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. And sometimes you need to establish this now while your kids are young, so they know how that look like. So when they get older, they don't have to feel like they have to keep everything toward themselves. They can have that confidence. They can come to you with everything. And it's not for you to get mad or angry or upset because they're just trying to spend time with you and you lashing out at them, but just taking time to really understand them, understand their mind. Because the more you get to know your children, the more you be blown away at how intelligent and smart they are in their own unique ways. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you, as parents or as family members, make time to kind of cultivate that environment, help each other blossom and grow, and inspire each other, instead of being like jealous or envy, or always trying to throw salt because of your, in I guess, shortcomings. And turn all that energy into positive and help each other grow. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean about having fun with your family. So getting back on that, creative ways is just like that time that you guys could have an event or a specific something you would do to help kind of like elevate the emotions, bring in that positivity, that fun, that excitement, that they look for this precious time. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're having that unity in your family. You know what I'm saying? So what I was talking about in the beginning of my video is like sometimes you may have children who don't have that confidence, or not having yet built that being transparent. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can find creative ways as a family member, or as a parent or grandparent, or whoever you are in your family. You can come up with creative ways to help them flourish and develop themselves, develop that kind of security within themselves, understanding who they are, and just get to know them, kind of give them that experience. So when they look back in life, you already imprinted in there, that they already could come to you. Like for me specifically, it's not like I try to be like better than anybody, but just because of who God created me to be, and embracing all that I am, I somehow managed to become that you can say like a voice of reasoning, but it's just like someone that my family can come to without any kind of judgment or hate or making them feel any type of way. You know, I have always encouraged my family to do so much more with their life, or to pursue their goals, their dreams, to do something better. You know what I'm saying? Because I could see greatness. You know what I'm saying? I could see the potential in them. I could see all these incredible things. This is the mindset that God gave me. You know what I'm saying? So even, you know, all through my life, even with my friends and people around me, I always try my best to encourage them to look at the positive side, to look at the growth side, to look at the side that will bring benefit, growth, peace, harmony. Just like how God teaches us in His Word, we be the light in the world, and that's one way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? So because of me being me, by God's amazing grace, and actually embracing and respecting and loving all of me, you know what I'm saying? I was able to now become a figure to those around me, that they could come to me, because I tell them all the time, it's like, you don't have to feel some type of way, you know, when it comes to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to feel like you have to like hold things back, or, you know, whatever. You can be transparent, honest with me, because I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna throw slander on your name. I'm not gonna make you feel inferior or inadequate, or judge you, or laugh at you, make fun of you. None of that, because we all know how that feels. You know, so there's no reason to conflict that on people, especially the family that God gave you. You're supposed to nurture and protect them in all the ways that you possibly can. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean about, make sure you make time to have fun with your children. You know, go on maybe like a movie day. Y'all go out and watch a movie. Make sure you go out and play. Depending on how your family dynamic is. You know, some people are more adventurous. You could do something like that. Some people are more what you call that? Some are more adventurous, some are more like goofy and funny, some are more serious, some are more, you know, just different aspects that you can bring to the dynamic of your family, you know. And when I say this, I mean everybody has to contribute, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what title you hold, make sure you bring that or encourage that. So let's say like I'm with my family, you know, I'll be like, oh, we could do this on this day. Another family gonna be like, oh, that sounds great, and kind of like feeding into the idea, creating that, instead of you saying it and everybody's like, oh, making up excuses as to whatever. But you know what I'm saying? But when you get to know your family, you know, and really take the time, you have so much fun with them, because you already have a trust and serenity and peace with them already. You get what I'm saying? So you're just adding on top of what you already have. So that's what I mean about, make sure you have fun with your family. Like, don't be so caught up in life that you're missing out on what is truly important and valuable. You know, because once your kids grow up or they get to a certain age, they're gonna do their own thing. You get what I'm saying? They might not have that desire that you want. You get what I'm saying? And that's where there's a lot of conflict when it comes to children. Because sometimes, like for me, from experience, it's like when I felt like I wasn't part of a family and I felt like I was just alone, whatever they had to say, I was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't make an effort to even show love or appreciation or none of that. Like, you just like, it's like whatever. Like, you made me feel all these things. So when you try to tell me how to live my life, it's like now I have a rebellious attitude, because it's like you didn't establish that safety or that transparency, or, you know what I'm saying? But that's looking at it at a naive way. I'm just saying this is how some children might look at it before they develop the mature concept or mindset. So they might feel rebellious, because it's like all you do, because children are they're beautiful, right? They're full of positivity. So when you constantly like yelling at them because you're upset, or you're always punishing them for the smallest thing, or you're just not being there for them the way you should, then they will take that as an attack on their self-worth, on their identity. They're feeling like, what am I doing that you're so angry and upset, that you keep yelling, and just this negativity, this toxicity in the house? Like, what is it? You know, so then you interfere with their self-esteem and their self-worth and their identities, because you're not making a conscious effort to include them, to make them feel part of the family, you know. But then you get older. For me, I got older and God gave me more wisdom and understanding. So you can't blame others for something they can't give you because they never had it. But that's a whole different topic. But that's what I mean. But what I mean is just make sure you're taking your time. So when your children actually gets older, they actually look back and have these beautiful memories. You know, when they feel like they need help, they can come to you. So that way you don't have your children doing all this behind your back. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying to let them do whatever they want. I'm saying to have healthy boundaries. And once you establish these healthy boundaries, do not let anything else interfere with that. You make sure that you let everybody know, like, listen, at this time, this day, I'm not going to pick up my phone. I'm not doing nothing. Unless it's a real emergency, listen, I'm not gonna, my phone is gonna be turned off. I'm gonna be spending time with my family. Like, that's important. That is a reflection, a part of you that came from you, you know? So make sure you're making time to have fun, because the more fun you have, the more peace you will have, the more you can be more productive, the more you can be just happier and healthier. You know, being positive has so many beautiful effects. But you have to start doing the action now, doing the work now, setting that in stone, so that way you can grow on top of that. You know what I'm saying? And your kids will appreciate that long term. You understand what I'm telling you? So you got to make sure you're doing this part. And sometimes parents have kind of this mentality that it's like the children will understand. You'd be surprised how much they understand and how much they'll teach you once you help them open up. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of, like, for my nieces and nephews, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're just super smart. You know what I'm saying? They talk to me about stuff that I'll be like, what are you even talking about? Like, I have never heard this stuff before. But that's because I take time to talk to them about their day, how they're feeling, how is school, do you have friends, or what kind of friends do you have, how is it going? Like, you know, and just having that dynamic, you know, so they know, like, you can come to me, because I'd rather have them confide in me than a complete stranger who might lead them astray. You understand what I'm telling you? Or other friends who might be a bad influence on them, and God forbid something happened to them because I didn't do my part. You understand what I'm telling you? So this is what I mean. You have to make sure you take time to have fun with your family, so they can have that connection, that bond, that unity, so you guys can grow together, so they don't feel left out or alone, or kind of like dealing with all this stuff in their mind because you're not taking the time to include them in the whole picture of a family. You know what I'm saying? So you make time for all these things. When you have breakfast in the morning, or if you're not having breakfast, make sure you have breakfast with them, or, you know, on the weekends, because I know parents work, kids have school, but the free time you do have, or the days that you have vacations, that make sure that this is, like, important. You get what I'm saying? Make sure you make time for this. We all have 24 hours in a day, and what we do with that will determine our life. And our children, I don't have children, but I'm just saying in general, our children, they'll become a byproduct of us, because we are the main influence in their life. If you are present in their life, you know what I'm saying? But if you're not, and they're around their own parents, then they are a reflection of their parents. You know what I'm saying? So you can't blame nobody but yourself. But it's not to make people feel bad, but it's just opportunity where you can grow and really blossom. You know what I'm saying? But like I said in all my videos, I love you. God bless you. I thank you. Comment, like, and subscribe. You already know to take the world by storm. And remember, have fun with your kids, and you will see so much joy come into your life. Until my next one, peace.